I remember on the first day of class, he was kind of giving an introduction about himself, and he was saying something like, oh, you know, a lot of my friends, they worked for a while, but then they retired or they're playing golf, but I don't want to do that. And then he just clicked play and started the lecture, and that's very much a Dr. Hart thing to do.
The wonderful thing about being a college professor is you work with people at their most optimistic point in life. And what I was finding was that they found it easy just to ignore the fact that they live in a democracy and that they have to take that seriously. And I just couldn't allow that to happen.
I had known Rod since I arrived here as president. He was already a member of the Academy of Distinguished Teachers, an internationally renowned scholar.
Everyone in the class loves Dr. Hart.
Rod Hart has such a charming way with words.
I know that he's written a lot of books.
He's taught thousands of students here.
He said, one of my goals is that you will not know my political beliefs by the end of this semester.
And honestly, we may agree. I don't even know what he thinks.
Rod Hart's research and his teaching have made him an inspiration to thousands.
And on a personal note, Rod means so much to me and my family.
Rod Hart was the faculty member who nucleated the Annette Strauss Institute.
Rod came to our home, and my father-in-law, Ted Strauss, Janie, and I were in the living room, and Rod said, I've got this great idea.
In 2000, the University of Texas formed the Annette Strauss Institute for Civic Participation.
When Rod first started explaining our mission, he would say that citizens are made and not born, and people would lean in. And he would follow up with, communication is a lifeblood of a democracy.
The programs that Rod Hart put into place at the Strauss Institute have inspired students from elementary school through college.
Annette was so important to civic participation in Dallas, trying to get young people involved. She would have been so pleased and so happy of how the Institute has grown over the years.
He's just so passionate about civics.
And he encourages everyone else to be good citizens, so it's really contagious.
But the largest part of his body of work at the University of Texas, Rod Hart was a truly brilliant dean.
Dean Hart, the convocation is assembled.
Rod has brought more prestige to the School of Communication than almost any other dean today.
Perhaps you noticed on your way here a certain newish building just north of us.
His college became one of the largest on the campus.
Rod changed so many individual lives and communities as well.
His legacy is just brilliant. The Shirley Bird Perry Award is there to honor Longhorn Citizenship.
Rod has done so much for the University of Texas.
From the bottom of his heart, he does want to improve civic life for everyone.
He gave us a lot of optimism, and I think that's a really hard thing to give people, especially of this generation.
I'll always remember the most important thing you taught me, that cynicism is a terrible proxy for sophistication. It's optimism that's really hard and brave.
Congratulations to Dean Rod Hart for winning the Shirley Bird Perry Award.